Now, we met our next guest, Micheal Dalaigh, on the programme before when he took part in the Mayor's 24-hour busk for charity. That was the then Mayor, Sandra, a few months ago, playing a most unusual instrument called the handpan. He's been a busy man since then. Later this month, he will be officially releasing an EP of original songs at the Alley Theatre in Strabane. He's about to embark on a long tour of the country in his newly acquired camper van, busking along the way to keep him going. Before we hear Micheal playing the handpan live, here's a sneak preview of his EP recording. This is called Spirit War. What did I tell you? The sound of Spirit War from a new EP from Micheal Dalaigh. Micheal, welcome to the show. We were kind of both, we'd got into kind of a place there listening to it. It's so hypnotic.
Yeah, the show and the alley I've named Mesmerize.
Excellent, good.
And, it's Take the Journey EP launch. Yeah. So when you're listening to music, sometimes you lie back and you just go on like a wee sound journey to yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's the hypnoticness of it. I'm trying to go for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the handpan drum. I mean, it's an incredible sounding instrument and music that is hypnotic and relaxing, all at the same time.
Yeah, it's got that therapeutic sort of quality to it. And when I first started, during the lockdowns, out busking with it, I think a lot of people were in low moods and they weren't getting live music, so I think and it was rare too. People hadn't heard of it.
Yeah, it is an unusual. I do stress the word unusual.
Yeah, and it does have like a flying saucer kind of look about it too.
Absolutely, we filmed it as well, so it will be going up on our Facebook page. But how did you come across it? I mean, do you walk into a shop and say to a boy, hello, can I buy a handpan drum?
Yeah, well, there are no manufacturers in Ireland as far as I'm aware, but there is a wee shop in Dublin selling them. I heard too, that Sacred Tree shop in the Craft Village here in Derry. It has similar, the handpan's called a tongue drum. It's the same idea, metal tuned drum, but it's not tuned by dents, it's tuned by actually cutting bits of the metal out into the note.
Yeah.
So it's very similar, but it's less dynamic. It'd be more meditative, but this one would be more, you can have it loud, quiet, or you can have it sounding upbeat, or,
Pick it up, because you keep looking towards it, it's there. So he's reaching for his handbag. So look at that. So if we were to say two bin lids stuck together, a bit like those fizzy flying saucers that you can eat as well, which absolutely I'm not recommending. And then they've been dented and then studded as well.
Yeah.
Is that the best way to describe it?
It's the compression of the metal that makes the note, and they're made in scales. Mine's the C minor pentatonic scale. And you can get electric ones where you can change the scales, but if not, they're locked in the tuning.
Okay.
So my EP is all in the key of C, but eventually I think if I'm working towards an album, I'll need to get one with a different key.
Because you'd have to change. I know there's only so many handpan drum sounds you could do in the key of C.
Well, it's also the scale as well. It's in the one scale, so. Eventually, with the backing tracks and other instruments, you can have songs definitely sounding unique to each other, but eventually, I would need another one. Yeah.
So your journey with the handpan instrument, you were on I love this, 5-day shamanic retreat in 2018. Now, where was that?
That was in the Netherlands, so it was.
How did you end up on a shamanic retreat?
Well, at that time, I was kind of...
You're from Strabane. Do people in Strabane go on shamanic retreats?
No, not really, no, but something I'm trying to sort of... bring about.
Yeah, we get Hugo on one as well.
Yeah, but they had it was different drum working, states of trance induced with drums and breath work and different things like that, and then they had a handpan there for a sound bath therapy sort of thing,
What's sound bath therapy?
Well, it's kind of where it's very sort of ancient, but it used to be reserved for temples, but now it's coming into community centres and all. And I actually did some in the Fountain Street Community Centre in Strabane there recently, along with a woman from Derry called Sharon Doherty.
Yeah.
Who introduced me to them. They seen me playing on busking out in the streets, in 2021, and approached me and talked about how it would be a great instrument for this therapy.
Yeah.
And invited me to a group in Oma where she does it, and I kind of was her sort of unofficial apprentice for a few runs through it, and I'm doing a wee course now on it. It's something I'm interested in as well.
And do you all just lie around and then play the handpan?
Well, there's other instruments involved in it. It'd be instruments, as you say, would be hypnotic and mesmerising, and people are guided through like a wee meditation first, and then there's this, the way I like to do it, is with a shamanic drum then, which is similar to a bowron but with more bass, and I just do like 120 beats per minute on that there for like a good 20 minutes, and people kind of go into like an old state of trance, and then I play the handpan and
go into an old state of a trance. I love it. I now have to advise caution. If you're sitting in your house, please sit down or lie down, because you're going to play for us. If you're in the car, please don't close your eyes. Get into the moment. If you're feeling that you might need to pull over to the side of the road, do so as well, because this is quite gorgeous, and you're going to play for us now. Do we all need to breathe in?
Well, if it was the EP I'm doing is more the artistic side.
Aye.
The therapeutic side would be a different sort of playing. It would be very slow, and it would kind of progress and it would go down again. But what I'm doing now is from the EP.
Okay, fair enough, right then. Okay.
But it's still therapeutic.
Okay, good. Describe it, and also please try and describe it better than Mark. He was a man of few words.
Yeah, well, this song I'm playing is called Take the Journey, and it was the first song that I put together. Like, I had lots of melodies and rhythms, but it was actually when I was out busking during the lockdowns, because I wasn't working at that time, so I was just doing it 5 days a week, and I actually wrote the EP on the streets of Derry busking. Well, not the other instruments, but the rhythms on the handpan I did. And
so we're gonna own it. We're gonna take it.
That's it.
Thank you. Wow. That was beautiful, and beautiful to watch as well. You're just sort of very gracefully hitting it with your hand, the side of your hand, the heel of your hand. Gorgeous. Micheal O'Dalaigh, and the new EP launch is at the Alley Theatre in Strabane. What date?
The 29th.
The 29th of September. Friday the 29th of September, yes. And if people are thinking, I know that fella from somewhere, you would busk under the archway at the Tower Museum for that lovely acoustic that can come through with the wall as well.
Yes, there's like an echo there from the arch itself, and it just echoes it out through, so the whole Guild Hall can hear it,
Lovely.
Square.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in, Micheal O'Dalaigh. And just to remind you again that the new EP launch is on Friday the 29th of September. What time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. It's called Mesmerise at the Alley Theatre in Strabane. Now, to BBC Sounds, and as well as chatting to Micheal there and Mark, there's been some great conversations all this week on the show. All you have to do is download the app onto smartphone or device, and you can listen back to the Mark Patterson Show for the past 30 days.